Hey everyone, it is Thursday, June 15th, 2017, and it's time to go to work on music. It's been a great day so far. I'm in a really good place. I'm feeling a little, I don't know how to say it, just different than I usually do. I think just I've been in a strange rhythm this week and maybe just confronting some bizarre stuff. Like sometimes we just feel off for no reason, or there's a reason that's just unknowable. So I'm just rolling with it, trying to stay on track with my timing, make sure I get a quality session in. If I start feeling rough, I'll switch things up. But yeah, let's get into it. I'm gonna hit some online classes here. I'm going to get a reasonably good drum practice in today. Nothing major. I'm gonna keep it pretty light there, and then just hit the production front hard. The main goal right now is just to knock this album out of the park. I'll probably spend a little bit of extra time on my online classes today because I have a longer session in front of me, about 3.5, 4 hours, whereas my sessions recently have been in that like 3 hour range. So I'm gonna devote a little extra time to the online classes, get a little more rest in physically, which is good for me right now, and I'll talk you guys through what I end up accomplishing. So let's get it. Thanks for tuning in. All right, excellent session overall. Kind of a bizarre day, honestly, just with outside of music stuff. But on the musical front, the grind is really strong right now, and I'm really thankful to myself for putting in the time to just protect that time and that energy and that focus because that's that's the way to get things done. I think you got to show up and you got to do work, and that's the way it happens. Whether you're feeling good, bad, sad, happy, energized, tired. I mean, if you can show up and get work done, eventually that project's going to be done. And if you do it the right way, it's probably going to be really good. So, anyway, I got it on the online class front. That was great. Did a little bit of music technology stuff. Then got into my music business class. Was just learning about the instructor's opinions on web design again, social media design. Basically, if you're going to hire a graphic designer and he or she is going to do your album cover or like whatever that is, then you might as well ask that person to just make up some social media banners for you because you're going to want a pretty consistent message across, the Facebooks and the Twitters and the YouTubes and your own website and that kind of stuff. Just to make sure you have brand consistency, people can recognize you, and also that let people know that you have a new record coming out or whatever it is, whatever you're trying to connect people to, you let them know about that. So that was interesting, and I don't want to say it was painfully obvious, but it's good to hear that stuff, and the best advice often sounds obvious in retrospect. So that was great, and then she was moving on to talk a little bit about just budgeting for advertising costs, currency exchanges if you're going to be hiring people overseas to mix or master your stuff. All just really good practical advice that you don't always think about until you've really gone through the process of a major album launch as an independent artist, and learned from some missteps and mistakes. So that was excellent. Then I moved on to my harmony class, just going a little further with the Mixolydian key color, practicing coming up with some 1 and flat 7 progressions, which is a really common 2 chord vamp in the Mixolydian key. Then I got in on the drum front, just mostly maintaining my skills and just practicing singles, doubles, triples, quads, and just trying to express myself musically on the drums as much as possible these days, even with a limited amount of time. Just trying to, take the ideas that are in my mind and get them out through my body, which is a lot of what that instrument and what playing instruments is about a lot of times for me. So that was really fun. And then I took a short break, did some reading, and then got in on the production front and started re-editing some of the bridge ideas I was working on yesterday. It sounded really great today when I listened to it on just the first fresh listen. It sounded better than it sounded yesterday to me, which is always nice. And it's easy to lose perspective when you've been working on something for like an hour, you know, the same two measures or something like that. But I got some good ideas down. I made some good progress, and then today I was just sort of tweaking that and trying to dial it in so it's like as perfect as I can get it without having all the other parts already tracked in there. But that's like the main theme of that section, so that'll be good. And then I sort of was just trying to think about where I wanted the track to go from there. I've got some good ideas for like the final section or the ride out section, and like I might expand it or contract it just depending on how the track's coming together. But I came up with a sort of like a riff part for that bridge section that I think will kind of ground it a little bit, because the part that's happening right now is pretty like spacey and airy, and so I want something to kind of like bring it back down to earth a little bit and introduce the rhythm section, so that'll be cool. And then I think I'm going to do like maybe a short vocal phrase in the bridge and then like a big solo section kind of thing, and then probably lead that either into like a final chorus or some variation of that where I'll restate the main theme of the song but maybe in like a fresh way or something like that. Would be pretty cool. So yeah, I'm having a lot of great ideas. I just want to make sure that I capture them and that I'm as faithful to them as I possibly can be during the actual execution of the parts and the recording. So definitely making some major progress every day right now, which is really, really awesome. It feels great. I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys are out there grinding towards your goals, enjoying the process as much as possible. That's what I'm out here doing. And I hope you guys took something away from today's video. I'll see you guys tomorrow for more. Till then.